मैं समझती हूँ ये मुझे
Peace heals, peace forgives, peace unites, peace is in self discovery. You maybe keep listening to the voices of peace and getting messages of peace today because the world is celebrating the UN International Day of Peace. Where every individual is seeking for peace. Dear brothers and sisters, greetings of peace to everyone. We, the Raj Yoga Center for Self Development, is an international non-profit, non-governmental organization. We aim to assist people to develop personal values and inner resources such as tranquility, wisdom, and courage, and to promote universal values in areas such as peace building, women empowerment, health and well being, education, and environmental sustainability. From past 22 years, we are serving the community in Oman by taking part in variety of events and projects in cooperation with NGOs, UN agencies, and with government ministries in Oman. Each year, the International Day of Peace is observed around the world on 21st September. The UN General Assembly, as described, declared this as a day devoted to strengthening the ideals of peace. Through observing 24 hours of non-violence and ceasefire, this year it has been clearer than ever that we are not each other's enemies. Rather, our common enemy is a tireless virus that threatens our health, security, and very way of life. COVID 19 has thrown our world into turmoil and forcibly reminded us that what happens is one part of the planet can impact people everywhere. The 2020 theme for the International Day of Peace is Shaping Peace Together. Celebrate the day by spreading compassion, kindness, and hope in the face of the pandemic. Stand together with the UN against attempts to use the virus to promote discrimination or hatred. Join us so that we can shape peace together. To celebrate this UN International Day of Peace, today we are connecting with you all to exchange understandings of peace with each other and experience the true inner peace through meditation. First and foremost, we have our ambassador, His Excellency Munu Manawar, Ambassador of India to the Sultanate of Oman, who will be sharing message for the day. His Excellency Munu Manawar.
Dear friends, greetings on the occasion of International Day of Peace. I thank the Raj Yoga Center for organizing this special event. Friends, we are meeting when the world is facing an extraordinary challenge of COVID 19. This challenge cannot be addressed unless we work together. And therefore, it is appropriate that the United Nations has chosen this year's theme as Shaping Peace Together. India has always believed in the philosophy of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The entire world is one family. And in that spirit, we have been working closely with our friends and partners and provided them with necessary assistance in their fight against COVID. Friends, today it is also relevant that we remember the father of the Indian nation, Mahatma Gandhi, who was an apostle of peace. Gandhiji was a firm believer in the virtue of peace and tolerance. It was his conviction that nothing enduring can be built on violence. We have been commemorating his 150th birth anniversary by organizing a series of events and activities over the last 2 years. We will be organizing the grand finale on 2nd October 2020. I take this opportunity to invite all of you to join us in that celebration. I once again extend my best wishes to all of you on the occasion of International Day of Peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your thoughts, His Excellency. And now we have one more ambassador who will be greeting us. That is Her Excellency Mrs. Sharmila Dakal, Ambassador of Nepal to the Sultanate of Oman. And she is so happy to join us to give our message for the day by sharing what peace is to her, Her Excellency.
Namaskar and salam walaikum to all the excellencies and the present dignitaries. I cherish the activities of the Raj Yoga Center for Social Development, which has contributed to the social development and promotion of the overall humanity in the world. Thank you for inviting me to listen from you and all and to put my remarks on such an august gathering of the philanthropic people. Since 1981, when the UN declared the International Day of the Peace, we observe this day as a significant mark to maintain peace and promote non-violence globally, and revisit the activities undertaken to promote this year's theme for the International Day of Peace, Shaping Peace Together, as announced by the UN Secretary General, has embraced the feeling of all of the states and we people. Peace cannot be obtained and observed by the solemn approach and the endeavors. Our concerted efforts will be helpful to meet the anticipation of common people. Meeting agendas of sustainable development goals will also contribute to the factors that are disturbing peace locally and globally. Nepal was proposed as the zone of peace in 1975 and agreed by the 116 countries. Being the land of Gautam Buddha, the proponent of the world peace and the non-violence, Nepal always strikes to the values of the world peace and the universal brotherhood. Our foreign policies are guided by the Panchashil and the UN Charter of World Peace. Nepal is the fifth largest country to contribute in the UN peacekeeping operations. This demonstrates the commitment UN peacekeeping operations to the contribution to the UN peacekeeping operations. This demonstrates a commitment of Nepal and Nepali people, and as an ambassador, my personal affection towards the Shaping Peace Together process. Also, I feel honored to represent Nepal in Sultanate of Oman, the country known to the world as a ocean of peace. I hope your initiatives of promoting peace and spreading messages to the universal brotherhood will definitely contribute to the build and strengthen the peace around our community, and uplift the society to another level of the peace and calm and beautiful world. My sincere appreciation to the Raj Yoga Center for Social Development for organizing this program. In spite of this present situation of pandemic, I wish you all the success of the program, and I thank you so much. I thank you very much for inviting me to today's program. Thank you, sisters, and entire team of Raj Yoga Center. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for all your good wishes, Her Excellency. Thank you very much for joining us and encouraging and being the part of this celebrations of International Day of Peace. So I feel peace is not a passive attitude. It is an active state. It requires having constant attention and determination in order to live and to respond as a peaceful being to any upset in life. Now we have Idris. So he will be sharing his experiences with us about what peace is for him. So he works as an external relations office of Nizwa University and is also a freelance translator. So he will be sharing his experiences or what his peace means for him. Mr. Idris Al Riyami.
Hello everyone, my name is Idris Ariami and I'm very happy to be part of this wonderful event in which we celebrate the International Day of Peace. Peace for me is very beautiful and very unique. I guess I could say that I have been living in peace for quite a while now. It helped me look at things differently. It helped me accept everything that is happening in my life and that everything happens for a reason. It made me more humble and look at the bright side of everything that happens. It created more curiosity for me to do the things that I want to achieve in my life. And moreover, I could say that it made me more open to different kinds of people, especially those who I used to avoid because of some things that I don't like about them. I can say that I have been able to build partnerships and relationships that on things that we have in common. So for that, I'm grateful and I'm thankful, and peace for you, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Idris, for sharing what peace means to you. Thank you very much for joining us today. And now I request Mariam Al Maruki, who is physiotherapist in Royal Hospital, to share what peace means for her. Mariam, over to you.
Hi everyone. Is my voice clear?
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, peace can be defined in different ways and can be felt in different ways in life. For me, peace is giving without expecting or with less expectations. It made me feel peaceful, helping others without waiting for anything in reward. I've been practicing peace since last year by trying my best to give other excuse of being different, not judging others, and to modify my attitude through the day with others. It made me it made me calm, and peace means when I'm able to sleep without thinking that I was really harming someone or judging someone or I caused any damage to anything. That means peace for me. Peace in other definition is when I see my patient or people who relies on my help happy, improving, moving toward their goals and achieving their goals. That made a lot of positive energy, and that made me feel peace. When I realized that I am productive, I'm a giver, it made me feel that and somehow I live in peace. When I believe that everything happens for a reason and there is a bigger power that controls most of the things happen and I can't control everything, it makes me feel peace. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mariam, for joining and sharing what peace means, because everyone seeks for peace, but the way of defining and the way of their experiences differs. So thank you for sharing your view of what peace is. So to be peaceful, you have to see yourself as a peaceful being. It means to think about being peaceful. It means that you have to be able to describe it in words. You must be capable of experiencing the feelings you would have if you have reached that peaceful state. So now we will listen to the sharing or the experience of Dr. Zara Abdullah Al-Harmali, founder and CEO of Shahrukh Al-Amal Al-Alaimia Rehabilitation Center. Dr. Zara.
Where do you think you're going?
Let me go!
Huh?
Let me go!
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أتمنى من اليوم السلام العالمي في مجالي وهو علاج وتأهيل الإدمان أن يحدث ما يسمى بتناغم، ونحن نعلم أن التناغم هو الانسجام وحضور اللحن بشكل جميل. المشكلات الأسرية وعدم تلقي المدمن الدعم الكافي من الأسرة هم أكثر عوامل السلبية المؤثرة على عملية العلاج لدى المدمنين. يجب على الأسرة إعطاء الدعم الكامل للمستفيد لكي يتمكن من تخطي العلاج بالنجاح. من عناصر التحسن الفريق العلاجي والأسرة والمدمنين.
Thank you very much, Dr. Zara. So thank you for sharing your experience. Each one of us are in different professions, and we have our own challenges to deal with, and different people, what we come across and all that. So in that sense, the peace will be difficult even though we try for it. So it has got its own challenges to deal with. So in that way, we were looking about the different experiences by the different people, what peace means to them. So now we have Dr. Sood from Rehabilitation Center again, who will be sharing about what peace means to her. Dr. Sood.
كل عام والعالم كله بخير وسلام في يوم السلام العالمي. حابة أكون معاكم وأوجه لكم كلمة بسيطة جدا. السلام كلمة جميلة تحمل في ثناياها المحبة والتوافق والرضا، فأتمنى على الصعيدين الفردي والاجتماعي أو العالمي. فالمستوى الفردي أتمنى أن يعم السلام الداخلي أرواحنا، أن ننبذ الأفكار السلبية، الأشياء التي يمكن أن توقعنا في براثن الاكتئاب والتعب. الحياة مليئة بالمشاحنات ومليئة بالسباقات نحو متطلباتها الكثيرة. علينا أن نركن إلى أنفسنا ونبدأ نشوف إيه الحاجة اللي ممكن نطورها في نفسنا، إزاي إحنا نمتلك أشياء جميلة لكننا لا نراها، نتقبل نفسنا، نتقبل العالم المحيط بينا، أن نشعر بالرضا، واستشعار الرضا أعلى مراتب السلام، ويحقق عندنا قدر كبير جدا من الصحة النفسية. أما على المستوى العالمي فأتمنى أن تنطلق دعوات لنبذ العنف ونبذ التطرف، ودعوات ترفع كلمة أو معنى الإنسانية عاليا، لأن كلمة الإنسانية هي كلمة شاملة، كلمة عامة، كلمة راقية سامية، تحمل في ثناياها عدم التطرف وعدم العنف، تحمل في ثناياها نبذ التفرقة سواء كان على أساس الجنس أو الدين أو العرق، إن كلنا نحمل صفة إنسان ونستحق أن نحيا بأمان وأن نحيا بسلام بعيدا عن الحروب. دعونا نطلق دعوة إلى صناع الحروب إن أطفالنا لها الحق إنها تعيش حياة دون حرب، دون رعب أو ذعر، فالطفولة تستحق أن تحيا في أمان. أتمنى عام مليء بالسلام، أتمنى كل الأحداث فيها مشاحنات وفيها منازعات بين الدول وحروب أن تنتهي، أتمنى طفولة آمنة، أتمنى مجتمع آمن، أتمنى كل المشكلات تتحل على أساس أن يصحو الفرد أو الإنسان صباحا ليجد نفسه في أمان وفي حياة جديدة. أتمنى أن هذا اليوم، يوم السلام العالمي، يكون انطلاقة للعديد من المبادرات اللي ممكن فعلا تغير أشياء كتيرة موجودة سلبية، أفكار متطرفة تؤدي إلى هدم عالمنا. إننا نتعلم أن الأزمات يجب أن تصنع منا أوطان أو أشخاص متكاتفين حتى يمكننا أن نتصدى للأزمات التي تجتاح البلاد. أتمنى من الله عام خير وعام محبة إن شاء الله، واللي ما هتحققش هذه السنة يتحقق في العام القادم بإذن الله.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sood. So each profession, each individual is in need of peace. That's the voice of everyone's mind, that we want peace. So everyone takes out their own time to experience it. And now today we have Ahmed. He's expressing his experience through a song, because song is also is one of the way where we can go beyond the sound and experience the pace, even though it brings us into the sound, but it takes beyond the sound and connects to our inner self. So he will be performing a song along with the instrument to us. Ahmed.
Hello, my name is Ahmed, and I will sing and play My Lighthouse. I will start. Resting in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In the questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. I won't feel what tomorrow brings. With each morning arise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ahmed, for your melodious voice and music. And along with him, his mother, Zara, also has joined him. So thank you, Zara, for joining with him. So now I just hand over to Lakshmi, so who will be taking us ahead by connecting to the speakers today. Lakshmi.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sister Gayatri. As always, it's a pleasure to be with you and Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, dear friends. I'm indeed honored to be with everybody on this special day, the International Peace Day. And it's something that we all are always searching for. And today I'm so delighted that we have two people we're going to meet up, and I have the pleasure to introduce both of them, and they are Didi Sudesh and Hatim Harith Al Abdusalam. Now, I have heard Hatim because he is from Oman, but I'm very excited also to meet and hear what Didi Sudesh also has to tell us. She has over 50 years of experience where she's been an outstanding lecturer, teacher, and broadcaster on meditation and spirituality. But what is very intriguing and exciting is that she was actually a headmistress at the age of 16. No wonder, you took a beautiful journey, and she has this unique ability of crossing cultural differences, serving as a bridge between East and West. And for Hatim Abdusalam, a very close friend and a mentor for a lot of youth also, I would like to introduce you to him, where he has his professional setting with the corporate world. But what is interesting is he studied in Malaysia and he's great in accounts, but also his journey is so interesting that from being a shy person, today he speaks to so many people, and not just for anything else, but to actually find themselves. And, he helps the journey slightly better. He's trained now 700 nurses on ethics and is looking forward to complete his book on ethics. I think 2021, we should be seeing his book as well. So I'm very excited to hear from both of them. Sister Sudesh, namaste, and good evening, ma'am. Didi Sudesh.
Pleased to meet you all.
Thank you.
Thank.
So we would like to hear what your message is today for us.
Respected His Excellency or Her Excellency, and all my divine, spiritual, respected, lovely brothers and sisters online and children online. What is peace? Coming together, and we can see just this in half an hour. What are we experiencing? We are experiencing and expressing our joy being together, shaping together peace. I would say shaping together happiness with the power of love. Where there is love, there is acceptance. Where there is love, there is appreciation. Where there is love, there is anything which is not so pleasant, you let go. Your heart is open to forgive them. And so peace is actually a result of positive energy in each of us, not only just in human beings, but also in nature, as well as in animals, even though there is violence amongst or in each other. But the purpose of International Day of Peace is reminding us, again, making us aware. It's not only just one day that we are celebrating, and we say we are celebrating Peace Day, but in fact, peace is our natural nature. And to experience this, that not one day, every day, day, night, morning, alone, together, with family, with unlimited world, no matter wherever someone is living, which part of the country, which place, which nation, which age. And so peace is actually the inner power, which is the truth within our own selves. One scene that was shown in this half an hour, we could see the contrast of violence and contrast. Than that. It's not the ceasefire that is just to silence peace, because peace is connected within deep in our own personality of each individual. No one else likes fighting, and yet fighting is happening with something we know that when we realize that something causing harm to us, we are fighting together. And that is, we can see COVID-19 has given us a very clear realization. It's such a life-size mirror. Just like you stand in front of life-size mirror, is able to show from bottom to toe what is in the head, what is in the heart, what is in my action, and what is in my movement. And this challenge of COVID-19 has made us aware. Each one has experienced the same effect, same threat, same kind of inner pain, not only for the self, for everyone. And whatever it is affecting one part of the country, of one in remote control, remote place, it is same is happening here in my home, in your home, in your nation. It's not a question of near or far, yours and mine. When these walls are broken, we are together. Now we want to have this distance, keeping social distance, not to create a distance, but to protect each other, to support each other, to make each other aware. I love you. Okay, you are my near and dear, but stay at a distance. But not as a distance from here. Coming close together. And peace is the inner power, inner beauty, inner strength. And violence, we do understand, we do not need to talk about it. We have been experiencing for so long. And it is a need of practicing silence. Not only just peace for 24 hours, but in life. And for that, we need to understand the meaning of peace. What is peace? Let us explore that. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much, Om Shanti. Beautiful talks you've given us, Didi Sudesh. You are the director for the Raja Yoga Center in Europe. And as my friends would have experienced now, her beauty and the peace she conveys through the speech She has been presenting and lecturing in 85 countries. It's truly an honor to be with you in your presence, Didi Sudesh. And she is the European Director of the Brahma Kumaris based in Germany. Now, the words you've given us, the distance which we're all practicing now, the 2 meters, to protect ourselves, not to keep ourselves away. And peace is inner beauty and strength. The need to practice the silence, that is definitely an important. I do have a few questions, but first, I think we will join Hatim, Harith Al-Absalam, and hear what he has to say also on this day. Hatim?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Good evening. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you to this podium. And I would also like to thank the organizers for having the trust to invite me to be among you all. I'm honored to be with all of you. And actually, the concern of peace is there in every single household and in every single thought of a person, of a human being. But every one of us expresses peace in a different way. But before I say anything about peace, I would like to show my gratitude to the creator of the heavens and the earth and the universe for giving us peace and tranquility in this blessed country, among our people, among our loved ones. And to all of us who are with us today on this platform, we are living a moment of peace where we are safe in our homes, our loved ones are safe, we still have food on our table, we have security, and none of our family members have been infected by COVID-19. And this is a blessing and this is peace. There are so many people out there today who don't have the privilege of having peace, whether peace to have a decent meal, which is the basic necessity of a human being, or also the peace of having a shelter to cover them from the rain and heat and other climate matters, and the peace to have freedom of practice and to have a say in this world where a lot of oppression is going on in the world at this moment. So we thank the Creator for giving us the privilege, among others, to at least experience peace. Now, when it comes to peace, for sure, it is something that everybody seeks and everybody wants. But actually, to break it down to what exactly peace means, it breaks down into 3 elements. The first element is peace within yourself. And this is the most difficult part or difficult level of peace to attain. When you have peace with your inner self, you accept yourself of who you are and what God chose for you to be, and to love yourself and to remove any anxiety and difficulty and depression from your life and to be grateful and thankful for what you have. That is actual peace. And there are a segment of people in this world today where they can't seem to find that peace, and they decide to take the shortcut, which is taking their life away. This life which does not belong to them. So this is the first level of peace. The second level of peace is peace with your Creator, where in the world of denying all the virtues and all the blessings that we have, the world has become a world that is ungrateful for the eyes that we have, ungrateful for the breath that we take, ungrateful for so many other things that we have, and we have been privileged. And because they cannot find the supreme power, the divine, they become arrogant and they create mischief in this world. And the more they turn their backs away from their Creator, the more they lose hope in actual peace. And the third level of peace, which is peace with others. God Almighty has said in his final revelation, the Quran, he said, "O mankind, we have created you from a pair of a male and a female and made you into nations and tribes so that you would know one another and recognize one another. Verily, but the best among you in my sight is the most righteous ones." So God intended to make us different. God intended for us to have different colors, different faith, different cultures, different families, different customs, because a fruit salad with only one type of fruit is a boring fruit salad. But God wanted all of us to be unique in our own way. But the problem is we don't want to admit that we are different and we complement one another. And because of this arrogance that we have created animosity with one another. We have rejected one another, which has created all the problems that you see in this world today. So for a human being to attain the true peace, he has to attain these three levels. Once he attains these three levels, for sure, all of us will be in peace, inshallah.
Thank you, Hakim. A beautiful message, very strong. It makes us think about many things, especially the acceptance of ourselves. And I think a lot of us, no matter what the age, we continue to challenge ourselves because we're not able to accept us the way we are. And I think it's beautiful. You've also addressed about giving up in life and giving up life, which is actually not belonging to us. And maybe we fail to recognize and realize why we are here. So I want to say thank you so much for the beautiful messages both of you have given us. Didi Sudesh, my question is, I was going to ask you, what is peace according to both of you? But I think I also want to know, what is peace according to you? And when did you realize that? When did you actually begin to search for peace and then realize this is peace? Sister Sudesh?
Greetings.
Thank you.
Thank you. Greetings of peace when we greet each other, we meet each other, and we expect from each other the values as first within our own selves. So where is peace? Is it outside? When we are expressing this love, happiness, respect, these are the eternal, original qualities of the living being, a human being. It is in the being, not in the physical form, but is experienced by the living, expressed through the physical form, just like we heard the music from this boy, musician, the young musician. It was so natural for him to play instrument. Instrument itself is not experiencing the music, but those who are listening and the one who is playing is experiencing, has the ear of hearing or recognizing music. Even if someone is very good player and very good music is played, and if that recognition or that interest is not there, for him, for them, it's only noise or sound. So peace is in the living energy, which is called Ruh, soul, an eternal being, and it is not only connected when it is in the body, even the soul has left the body, is gone somewhere, another place. It is not in the body. If it was in the body, no one of near or dear one would bury if the living soul with whom we had a relationship whole life is there. But what we expect, what we say, may thy soul rest in peace. We pray for peace for the departed soul. When fighting each other, you say, be peaceful. So even a baby recognizes what is peace. The environment is, nature, when it's a beautiful, quiet, calm. So peace is actually a living energy. It's not just the silence in the atmosphere. So what is it? It is the positive energy of the soul, of Ruh, of Atma. Positive, pure, and powerful. Feeling through it is with the positive thoughts. The moment negative thought comes in the mind, we begin to get upset. We begin to talk about others. So what is happening that instantly the mind and our own intellect begins to have a conflict. And then expression of rejection, hatred, as we heard before, my brother was speaking, that we need to respect each other. We are variety. It's a world is a garden, variety with variety flowers or variety fruits. But it is intellect has to understand. And that is also the capacity, the power of the living being. And so peace is the living energy in the living being, and character means this value in the life. When these three are together in harmony, mind, intellect, and personality traits, action, that is actually creating peace, shaping peace together, putting into practical life. But it is a question of exercise again and again. Awareness. Who am I? Who wants peace? We want peace. Who? Me, you, animal, everyone wants peace. Because it's a living energy who wants peace. In matter is the peace of environment, silence of environment, which is also polluted by peacelessness of human beings. And so this is why one is the environmental silence atmosphere deep in the ocean, above in the sky. But that if I am gone somewhere in a forest, nice silent atmosphere, gone for a picnic, enjoying myself, we have a celebration there, and suddenly I get a message, some accident has taken place and person is serious. Environment is the same. Party is also the same, still happening. But I am not at peace. It's connected with me, with my feeling, with my understanding, and with my relationship with myself and with others. So harmony within and harmony with nature and with each other is peace.
Sister Sudesh, if I can ask you, Didi, one more question is, you said beautiful, I could visualize the forest and the gathering and then that sudden call. How would you actually tell us to maintain that peace? And no matter, what is going around and what is being said on the phone, we tend to change ourselves instantly. The same person, like you said, who's calm and happy is suddenly all stressed out. The facial lines change, the expressions change. How can we find the peace during that time, facing a calamity or the pandemic? We're full of fear right now.
See, it's understanding which is for a long time, clarity is in the mind. Means their situations are there. Every moment in life, there are challenges. Some unexpected situations are taking place. Either wherever I am, at home or up there on the mountain or sitting in cave, that is not, the peace is not actually on that place. It is a question of the state of the mind. And what I was explaining is the state of the mind is, it is a building like, just like we say, building blocks of peace. So it is a building within my own self while walking, talking, sitting, eating, recognizing my true self, that I am the creation of the Creator. You heard the 3 types of peace, connected with the Supreme Being and conscious of my own self. These 2 things are together. Then I am accepting the second level of peace, that we are together, we are living together, we are understanding each other, variety is there. So this is actually realization. It means I need to know myself. I am a peaceful soul. The seed, the potential in this seed is there. And I need to plant it every day. Aware means making awareness myself with positive thoughts. And so it's actually just like planting a seed to grow a tree. You need to take care of it. And then gradually, when more I am watering with the right understanding, giving the right environment, as soon as it has become a tree, then the storm is coming, but the roots have become strong in this wind. It doesn't break. So it is making myself strong with constant practice. Not at the time of peacelessness, I want to be peaceful. But I want to use more and more peace beforehand. Just like in a military, when you are in a military in the battlefield, you do not learn at that time shooting with gun. Training is given beforehand. Exercise is done beforehand. If they are not active beforehand, they cannot be active to protect themselves or save the country. Exactly in the same way, walking, talking, sitting, eating, meeting with each other.
Always conscious.
That is that consciousness of my true quality, potential within me. Thinking, then second aspect, believing, faith in me as a soul. The more I believe, the power lives in me. It means I am emerging that. I am empowering myself. And when in understanding and thoughts meet together, it creates feeling inside. Just like fear, I understand it's dangerous. COVID-19 is dangerous enemy. I'm aware, I'm protecting others as well. Fear comes automatically with right understanding. And then protection comes also with right understanding. So feelings are created. It is impact and effect of when intellect is how I analyze it and how I realize it. And so thoughts are not only thoughts. Desire of peace is not only desire, it's the real connection with my positive energy. So thoughts change into feelings. Feelings, then I am education for peace. I am educating myself that influence which has come a short time is there, but what is my original power? Fire is there, but I need to wear fireproof dress. But not only just fireproof dress, I need water to cool it down. So you bring your value of the self-strength inside. I am the creation, the child of the bestower of peace. So you create self-respect in you. So peace is not passivity. Peace in action. It's an exercise. And it is an experience. But I need to practice it. Then whatever situation I am, I'm able to hold myself as an observer of that situation. And then you do not fight with fear, but you bring your power to overcome that situation. It's just like when light is light, real light dispels the darkness. But picture of light does not dispel the darkness. I can bring very beautiful picture of the sunrise, bright sun, does not dispel the darkness, but sun must rise to dispel the darkness. Clouds are there, still the sun would not leave its own light. And so in front of me, situations are there, problems are there, challenges are there, but I maintain this power. And first thing is, you remove the effect of it before it makes defect in you, creates defect.
Oh, remove the effect before it makes a defect. Okay, amazing. Thank you so much, Didi. Now I have a question for Brother Hatem. And Brother Hatem, you were talking about how peace is something that is not being attained because we're all going in the wrong direction. However hard we try, and sometimes we find that peace, but it's so easy to lose it so quickly. Now I know from you, Didi, that it's actually practice and practice where you will actually be stable and not get affected with the wind and the rain and everything. Hatem, for you, what would you say for the youth, especially the youth? How can we keep them or let them learn about it much earlier than actually going through a whole lot of life experience and get hurt and then finally understand peace? When did you realize, this is peace? And how do you convey to the youth?
Okay, thank you very much, Lakshmi, for your question. For any problem that we come across in the world, we have to look at the root cause first to be able to, find a solution or cure or a prevention for this disease that we have. And the lack of peace today in this world is a disease. So we have 4 elements that are causing instability and the lack of peace in this world today. And before I tell you what are they, one of them has to do with material, and the other 3 has to do with the disease of the heart. And the disease of the heart is more severe than the other problem, which is the material. So the lack of peace today is caused because of 4 things. The first thing is the fight for resources. We as human beings, by nature, we want to possess more and more and more and more and more. And we tend to forget that we are going to pass away and die and leave every single thing. Even the clothes which are on our body, we're going to leave them here. Nobody's going to take anything. And if you decide to get buried with your fancy suit, even that, the worms is going to eat it. You're not going to take it anywhere. So the fight for resources is a problem today. People tend to forget that these resources that are there in this world, they do not belong to us as humans. They belong to God. And God has entrusted us with these resources for us to have a comfortable life. And these resources are enough for everybody. We don't need to fight for them. This is number 1. Number 2 is ego. When you, as a human being, have an ego and you don't want to admit that you're wrong, and you don't have the courage to stand in front of the oppressors, then there is a problem. When you think as a person that you are better than someone else, that's a problem, and it creates instability. Number 3 is hypocrisy. When you have a set of rules for this particular group and you have a different set with your own group. So hypocrisy is everywhere in the world today, and it is a disease in the heart. And finally, racism. Racism is a problem where we think we are above others, we are better than others, or we deserve to live and others deserve to die. So these 4 things are the root cause for the problems that we have today, and that is causing the lack of instability in this world. Now, when it comes to the young people, when we try and propagate peace to them, we advise them to look at the word peace itself and what actually it means. To us in the Middle East and in the Islamic world, we are greeting one another with Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you. We say that almost 20 to 30 times a day. We say it with our children, we say it with our nanny, we say it with our colleagues at work, we say it with the people on the streets. So it is a fundamental part of faith that you want peace not only for yourself, but for everyone else as well. So we come and look at the word peace. If I want to educate the young people, I have to put it practical, simple, in words they can understand, and short and sweet. So we take the word peace. P is for prosperity and preaching by example. If we want prosperity in this world for us and everybody else, then there's going to be peace 100%. But if we want destruction, we will never achieve peace. The second part of the P is preaching by example. I am sure in this entire world today, there's a lot of people preaching. Everybody's preaching peace. But are they setting examples? Are they preaching by example? Because in today's world, the young people, they don't want to hear what you say. They want to see what you do. So that is P. You have the E. E is for encouragement. You know, winning a race, it does not mean for you to be number one and reach the final line. Winning a race is to hold the hands of everybody so that all of you finish the finish line. So you have to encourage one another. If you have a nation that is prospering, you have to help and encourage the other nation that is lacking in prosperity. That is the E. A is accountability and acknowledgement. Accountability for your actions. Every single thing that you do in this world, be assured that there is a God in this universe. And if you are not accountable in this world, guess what? You're going to be accountable in that world. So when you have this sense of accountability, then you will never go wrong. It's like when you know that if I cross the red line, the police is definitely going to send me to jail. So you have accountability. I know that every action I take has consequences. So I am accountable. And the second part of A is acknowledgement. You know, acknowledge people. There is a lot of goodness out there in the world. Nobody is acknowledging. Where are the success stories? Where are the peace stories? Where are the humble people out there? We end up only seeing in the news what? The bad news. We only hear about the bad news. People killing one another, people shooting one another, people burning one another, people rejecting one another. But we don't acknowledge the good stories that are out there. We move on to the C, connecting with others. And connecting, my dear brothers and sisters, is not only with your spouse at home. It's connecting with your neighbors. It's connecting with your co-workers. It's connecting with your neighboring country. It's connecting with the other temples. It's connecting with other faith. It's connecting with people who are different than you. But if you choose to live in isolation, you know, you don't want to share your thoughts with anybody. You don't want to share your bread with anybody. You don't want to share your life with anybody. Then you will end up living alone and dying alone. And finally is E, which is eliminating ego. And the easiest way to eliminate ego is to stand firm in your values and to have the courage to condemn even your own son if they make a mistake. You are not shy, you are not afraid to say that we have done something wrong. And you stand for the right of the oppressed. But if you have ego, you will always have tribalism, you'll always have sectarian, you'll have always see yourself better than other, and you will stand with the oppressor and forget the oppressed. That is in short, Lakshmi, how I educate the younger people in my own way.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. That's enlightening. Peace, prosperity, and preaching by example, by showing you yourself practice what you preach. E, for encouragement, to bring out the best in them. A, accountability, God knows, and also acknowledging the goodness in others and the talent and the skills. And C, connecting with others so that you really don't miss out. It's actually beneficial for us. Nobody wants to be lonely, actually. And E is eliminating ego. Thank you so much, Hatim. That is fantastic. Actually, you know, I could go on and I wish Sister Gayatri would make this almost a weekly affair because this is so amazing. But I know we must go into the meditation part of it. And so my questions will have to remain with me, but both of you have enlightened us and people have already sent their messages saying, beautiful talk to both of you. Thank you so much. And now, Sister Gayatri, is it time now for the meditation?
Thank you for the wisdom keepers to sharing your wisdom, because it was not just the words, it came out from all your experience and knowledge together. Now I request Sister Sudesh, because Hatim also shared his experiences and how can it has to be done and all that. So I would like to say a few words about him, that he is a host for TV and radio also, and he is the part of Islamic Center in Grand Mosque also. So we can understand how much wisdom he is holding on in that sense. So in that way, we need lot of time to get their all wisdom what they have. So to look at the time, and now I thank for him joining us today. And we were listening all this time, the experiences, the song and all that. We just go into the silence to really connect to that piece. I requested Sister Sudesh to take us to the journey of inner peace through meditation. Sister Sudesh.
I would also like to say thanks to Sister Lakshmi for asking. Time is short, but there are many things to share, of course. And when question is asked, the answer automatically will be not only for one or two, but it will be for all those who are listening. And so let us actually now bring into practical experience of this. And so in this meditation, I would like to use the same peace word, expression peace, as a journey in a garden of Allah, to be a peace flower, becoming aware that I, the soul, as a peaceful being with 5 petals of peace, I see these 5 petals blossoming in my consciousness as a soul. I am a living peace flower. With a positive P for pure and powerful thinking. Meditation is the art of thinking. I am a thinking being. As I think, so shall I become. As I breathe in, I breathe in peace. With positive power, with pure feelings for myself as well as for all. With petal P is connected the awareness, petal A, of peace flower. Petal E. So I focus on the energy. I am a living energy seated in the center of my forehead. This energy makes me aware that I have taken this body to experience my quality of peace and love. I accept myself and accept others with love and respect. I appreciate the goodness in everyone. And petal C keeps my mind cool and calm. My mind is a cool and calm lake. As I think positive, pure and powerful thoughts, ripples of joy emerge in my heart in the lake of love. I love God. I love myself. God loves me. And His love I share with others, with my soul brothers, with my unlimited family. One world, one God, one family. We are connected together. With each other. With cool, calm, and clear mind. I vibrate the energy of love and lightness. The energy of purity and peace. And realize the truth within me. I am not this body. I am an enlightened soul, eternal soul. A pure, peaceful, loveful, benevolent being. The benevolent child of God. My parents I take on the personality of parents, the eternal parents, so that I can share this inheritance of peace with my unlimited family of this world. Let there be peace in me, peace in you, peace in matter, peace in all. Let us plant this flower of peace in the garden of our life to make this world a garden of fragrance of spirituality, reality of Ruh. The spirituality is reality of life. Om Shanti. Om Peace. Oh, a real being of light and love, egoless being, humble being, but respect-worthy being, as a child of the benevolent being, worship-worthy power. Om Shanti. Thank you.
I would like to say thank you very much for this beautiful experience for all of us. And interestingly, I say Om Shanti to you, it means peace. And to Brother Hatim, Masalama, because again, it is peace. That itself shows our unity in spirituality and in thought. I hope we all find our peace and we get to keep it by practicing it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to even thank Lakshmi also. So she taken our thoughts into the words and she put them in front of them, and we got such wonderful insights about what peace is from our wisdom keepers today. So I would like to thank Lakshmi also. Thank you, Lakshmi, for making this event and giving such wonderful questions today.
It's
Thank
my
you very
pleasure,
much.
Sister Gayatri. My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
And also I'll thank all the participants who shared their experiences, and Ahmed and all others who shared their experiences about what peace is for them, and also all others who have joined us. So there are some viewers on YouTube too. So they all joined us. That says you are interested in connecting to your peace. So at this moment, I would say peace is not just relaxing by breathing in and breathing out. Peace is a state of mind where we are increasing the positive energy. It also makes us aware of what's happening in mind, realization, and transformation. It's not that we don't think. In fact, the mind began to speak. All values have shared origin, which unites them, the peace of spirituality. When you lose peace, you begin to lose everything. Think only about peace, love, and happiness. Feel those values as part of your life and you will become them. So that's what I feel like, what I got from these people today. So with this, I would also like to share that what we can do every day for our inner peace. Like, so this what I just noted. So what I felt is like giving is receiving. So give peace and you will receive peace, and give happiness, you will receive happiness. Give love, you will receive love. And also, we can develop the habit of getting up early and sitting in silence. It is said that rest is best. Imagine an ocean of peace and silence and plunged into it. And what else I felt is like appreciation is key to remain at peace. So there's few things what we can take for today. And also, as we all want to experience the peace even more. So here where the Raj Yoga Center for Self-Development offer meditation courses where we will be connecting to our inner self to experience the true peace. So from this coming Sunday onwards, we are starting the basic Raj Yoga meditation course. So you can see the slide where the details are being mentioned about the connection, or we can say the Zoom link, what you have connected today is with the same Zoom link. So I would like request you all to note the meeting ID and password so that you keep it with you to join us on Sunday. So here where you will be understanding what meditation is and what about our inner self, as Hatim is mentioning, inner peace. So that is main important to experience. So this is where an opportunity to you all to join us to experience what that inner peace is. So with these words, I would just say, so stay safe, stay care, and thank you for joining us today for this wonderful occasion.
Thank you very much.